Good morning. As I record this, it is Black Friday morning, 2020, which is, if you're not in the United States, it's the day after Thanksgiving, when a lot of the country is like officially starting its Christmas season. If you're unaware, you're probably all aware. Black Friday, there's like crazy sales, so everyone goes shopping. And for many years, before I had a YouTube channel, I had a blog, and for many years, every year I would publish a list of cool gifts for people in the outdoors. And I was thinking about it this morning. I was like, that is not the right thing for me to be doing. I'm a minimalist, and I don't think that I should be sort of promoting any of that sort of rampant commercialism. My employer pays me on this day to not work and to go outside and do something fun and cool and good for the environment. So I'm gonna paddle, and I'm gonna paddle to the far end of this lake where I know garbage collects, and I brought a garbage bag. Actually, they gave me a garbage bag, and I'm gonna fill it with as much garbage as I can and bring it back. And instead of giving you 10 gifts to think about this holiday season, for the outdoors person in your life, I'm gonna think about 10 experiences that I think people should try and do in 2021. So let's go paddling. I think my beloved and ancient bilge pump is dead. The first thing on my list is to have a regular outdoor practice. For instance, if throughout most of the winter I'll paddle once a week or ride or hike or something like that if the weather isn't conducive to paddling. You've got to be outside, you've got to be practicing or paddling for the skills aspect, but also for the sake of sanity, right? Everyone does better when they spend time outside. There is actual research that shows that people do better when they're outdoors and connected to nature. So I think that's a good, important first step, is to have an outdoor practice. See, doesn't that feel better? Number 2, I know I said that I didn't want this to be about buying gear, but this one is about buying gear. Sorry. Invest in quality gear that will keep you warm and or dry. So for instance, this dry suit was a lot of money. I bought it specifically for a big trip, but it dramatically changed the environments in which I was comfortable paddling. So it's a good investment in terms of keeping you active even when the weather is bad. And you know, there is that expression, there's no bad weather, only bad gear. Having the right outdoor gear that will keep you dry and or warm will dramatically change your level of comfort in the outdoors and the weather that you're comfortable paddling in. And so with good gear, you're more likely to say, oh, even though it's raining, I'll still go. So this pops back to item number 1 on the list, which is have a regular outdoor practice. Having the right gear will help you do that and do that regularly. So I think it's worth it. I feel like that's a very old bottle. Not on the list, just a sidebar. That's the second kayak fisherman I passed this morning. The only actually paddlers I've seen out today have been kayak fishermen. Kayak fishermen are hardcore. I am the first to admit that. But both of the kayak fishermen I saw had their paddles upside down. If you're a kayak fisherman, please do me a favor. Take a paddling lesson. You'll be way happier. 2 glass bottles. What's with all the glass today? Golf ball. Another suggestion for you in 2021 is make cleaning up and lessening your impact a part of your outdoor practice. Because this shit is getting out of control. And in general, if people have a better connection to the natural world, they are less likely to litter. I'm not even going to say reduce, reuse, recycle. Just reduce, maybe reuse, if you can. Recycling ain't enough at this point. Reducing is key. Use reusable water bottles. Don't use plastic utensils. Minimize your use of paper towels. I use paper towels, but I really do try to minimize how much I use. Think about your carbon footprint. My van is the worst part of my carbon footprint. Plan a big trip for 2021. Something bold. It'll give you something to focus on, but most importantly, it'll help you keep that regular practice because you'll feel the desire to get better at the thing you're gonna do in that big trip. So for me, I have a big sailing trip planned. If COVID cooperates, it'll happen. I'm not sure COVID's going to cooperate, but we shall see. But plan a big trip. If you need help planning a big trip, check out my book Go on Amazon. I know I said it's not about buying stuff, but a little income for this barely working outdoor educator would be great. The link is in my bio. But that's all about planning trips, little trips, big trips. The next is slow down, disconnect, turn off the phone, take some time to just be. We all need to do that after the last year. Make time in your schedule for sunrises and sunsets. They're both really good things. They will force you to slow down. Well, I don't think I can get through today because of debris. I don't see any garbage on the other side anyway. That's a good thing. I see a little bit over here. I'd like to know how that happened. They took the time to put a empty bag of chips or something in there, like they were gonna throw it out or recycle it, and it still ended up in the lake. he lost their ball. Not bad at all. Super happy that that wasn't a massive amount of garbage like it's been in the past. Help someone get started in whatever your chosen outdoor skill is. If you're really good at something, find someone who's interested in getting started. Besides helping them get started, it'll help you because it reinforces your level of knowledge. It's one of the first things that I learned when I was teaching new instructors was people would regularly say, I'm not ready to teach that. But they all had enough knowledge. They all had enough knowledge and enough skill to teach it. And so even if you don't want to be an outdoor educator, it'll reinforce what you know about the thing that will give you a boost in confidence. Describing something makes you understand better. You need to think about it. So help someone get started in whatever that thing you do outdoors is. Another one that I really like is plan to sleep outside 20 nights this year in 2021 in a tent, in a hammock, just under the stars, whatever you want. And here's why. Here's why. Most people who are active in the outdoors are camping or whatever, or doing a trip 2 or 3 times a year for 2 or 3 days. That's 9 days in the outdoors, or overnights in the outdoors. And you could really amp that up pretty easily just by planning to sleep out 20 nights. 20 nights will just about double the amount of time that you spend in the outdoors. I think that's a really good thing. There's nothing wrong with setting like arbitrary goals like that. It's just a number I picked. You could pick whatever number you want. But set a goal and do it in the outdoors. I think 20 nights of camping is a really good way to go. One year I set the goal of 100 nights. That was really hard. I didn't quite make it. I think I was in the 80s. other one that goes along really well with that is a skill. And the skill is learn to make a killer campfire. When you're camping out those 20 nights, having a good campfire is an amazing thing. So I would definitely recommend making that a skill that you're going to pick up. And so that's my advice for 2021. Make it about experiences, not things. Make it about, yeah, experiences, not things. Let's make it a really good year. We could use a good year. I'll see you outside.